What if Earth's temperature suddenly dropped to absolute zero for just 5 seconds? Would we be able to survive? It's a fascinating question that merits some exploration. Absolute zero is the coldest temperature possible, at minus 273.15 degrees Celsius or minus 459.67 degrees Fahrenheit. At this temperature, all molecular motion comes to a stop, and matter becomes inert. It's a temperature that scientists have approached but never reached, although they have come close enough to produce some remarkable discoveries. If the Earth's temperature suddenly dropped to absolute zero, the first thing that would happen is that the atmosphere would freeze solid. We would be unable to breathe, and all living things on Earth would perish. If the temperature stayed absolute zero for a longer time, the oceans and all bodies of water would also freeze solid, further exterminating most of what's living. Even underground living might be prevented because water in the soil would freeze. It's important to note that sudden changes in temperature can be devastating to the planet, even if they don't reach absolute zero. For example, the global temperature has increased by almost 1 degree Celsius over the last century, which has already had a significant impact on our planet. The melting of ice caps, the rise in sea levels, and the intensity of natural disasters are all attributed to this shift. So what happens if the temperature only drops to absolute zero for 5 seconds? Well, it wouldn't be enough to cause the death of all living things. The sudden extreme cold temperature change would, however, rupture the water molecules in the atmosphere, leading to very violent weather conditions typical of fast and extreme temperature shifts, such as floods, landslides, and windstorms. Some species, particularly those living near the poles, are already adapted to extreme cold temperatures.
Hey guys! I came here in the middle of the video, asking you to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, because there is a lot of special content every day. Keep watching.
They might survive, but their habitats would be destroyed, making survival challenging. In conclusion, the sudden drop of Earth's temperature to absolute zero for 5 seconds would have a significant impact on the planet, but it would not end life. It's a drastic experiment that we would never want to try. But it does evoke thoughts of the importance of climate stability and how the Earth's temperature and weather patterns are closely interconnected. We must be aware that the climate is changing, and humans are the primary drivers of this transformation. Our activities, such as burning fossil fuels, deforestation, and more, are releasing greenhouse gases into the atmosphere and trapping heat. This leads to overall warming that disturbs the balance of the natural systems that support life on Earth. However, it is not all doom and gloom. We have the ability to enact change and make a difference. We can implement policies and programs that would reduce greenhouse gas emissions and mitigate the impacts of climate change before it is too late. Individuals can also do their part by reducing their carbon footprint and consuming more sustainably. Overall, the idea of the Earth's temperature dropping to absolute zero for 5 seconds is enough to provoke some thoughtful discussion and reflection on the impacts of climate change. It's a stark reminder that we must prioritize taking care of our planet and making sure that we preserve its natural systems for future generations. We have a responsibility as stewards of this planet to act today, both as individuals and as global citizens, in order to ensure a sustainable and habitable future for all.